Hi everybody, Abby Normal here. So I'm making just a mini video. I did some energy work for Mother Earth this morning, and I want to talk a little bit about that and a little bit about my experience. The video, it's 40 minutes long. I'm not going to share it publicly, but I'm going to unlist it, and if you're interested in watching it, I'll put a link at the end. The experience was really shocking to me. It was really unexpected. So I've felt a need deep within my heart over the last few months to do energy work to help Mother Earth. So as human beings, we're going through an ascension experience, right? Where we're sort of purging out all the pain and suffering our souls endured here incarnating on Earth. So we have more room in our infinite spiritual atmosphere for love energy. And then the love energy is sort of like the air bubbles that pull us up in from the deep dark abyss up to the surface and the light. So we can start experiencing a reflection of a loving Earth, a love Earth world, where we can all sort of be at peace with each other, be in harmony, be in joy, right? So we as individuals are doing this. We as a human race are doing this. Mother Earth is also doing this. So right now, this time period in human history, we're going through a massive energetic purge. And the frequencies of the stars and the planets and the universal energy is transitioning us, evolving us into something far more extraordinary, more love-based instead of fear-based. So we've been working with energies of fear, terror, pain and suffering, war, hatred, greed, ego-based energies. And through this evolution, we'll be working more with the spirit, the higher self, the frequencies of love, purging out all the fear energies, evolving beyond the ego into something more extraordinary. So in this process, we need to help Mother Earth too. We need to help each other. We need to support a world of love, and we need to help Mother Earth purge out a lot of the old negative energies she's been having to digest for the last thousands of years. So you have a landfill, right? How long does it take for Mother Earth to digest all of that trash and transform it into a garden? That's the question. How long does it take Mother Earth to digest negative energies to transform it into a love-based reflection? If we human beings will not stop killing each other and shedding blood on the planet, the planet's continuing to digest this stuff, this garbage energy. There's souls that die through tragic deaths, thousands and thousands of souls in war that die. Their blood is shed, their terror is expressed, and the soul is fragmented off into the planet while part of it goes to heaven. So why are souls fragmenting off? It's part of the learning and growth and development of the soul's journey. But as the human race, we also have a karmic debt as a human race. Just because they did it doesn't mean we don't have the power to support a different, balanced reality for all of us. We have the power to change the world if we choose to start supporting love as the only thing of value. So choose to start supporting each other. Not relying on a government to fix everything, but actually say we can fix it. We can do it. There's billions of people that are not government related, and we can all pitch in to do our part. We can all manifest inventions and ideas and start supporting these ideas together. We don't have to have a world support. We don't have to have society to be a certain way for it to be a good enough idea or to implement the idea. We can just implement the idea, right? We can just do it, right? We can just change the world. Well, in saying all of that, I've had, it sort of finally came about last weekend. I had a friend who was doing energy work for Mount Vesuvius. And she had asked me and my friend Joseph if we would do some energy work to help as well. So we did. I did a little blog writing, I haven't posted it, of my experience in Mount Vesuvius, which was shockingly fun. It was full of love and happiness and a release of the old pain and suffering from the eruption that took place for Pompeii, and then there's another, it starts with an H, was the other town. But there was a lot of soul fragment release, and Joseph had a much darker experience than I did. But after that, we really felt that it was time to align and start doing more planetary healing. So last night, we were talking about doing healing for World War II, but what parts of World War II? Not just World War II as a whole, but actually take specific battles or specific, Hiroshima or D-Day or any specific places where there was a lot of death, where we could do energy work to help the planet. Well, last night I had thought, Auschwitz would be an excellent place for us to do energy work to help Mother Earth and help those soul fragments into the light. Because when we help the soul fragments into the light, now the karmic debt for our human race alters its frequency pattern, because we're choosing to help each other, right? We're even helping each other's souls. We're praying for each other's souls. We're helping each other's souls. We're healing Mother Earth. We're starting to show that we care. We care about the planet. We care about each other. Even people we don't even know, we care about their souls. So now we have human beings actively participating and caring, and now we're changing the karmic frequency pattern and allowing us to evolve beyond into a state of love and balance with love. So last night it was kind of neat because as we were talking about Auschwitz, a rainbow appeared where Joseph lives. And that was a really beautiful sign that we were on the right track. So I woke up early this morning and it just was so on my mind that I needed to do this. So I did. I started a journey in Auschwitz, and the first part of the journey, there was a lot of ghosts there. Actual ghosts, not just soul fragments. I didn't run into soul fragments right away. I ran into ghosts. It's sort of like a haunted space, like a haunted house. It's a haunted concentration camp. So it was very quick and easy to help those ghosts into the light. Very quick and easy. Some of them, though, one in particular was a little girl that came to me, and she didn't go into the light. She just kept looking at me and smiling. It didn't really register what she was all about, or it was as if she wanted to show me something in order to heal her soul in the right way that she could enter the light properly. I tried to find this reflection she was talking about. The shocking part about the entire journey was how numb that place was. It was like Novocaine, a shot of Novocaine. You can, my lip is there, but it's not, it feels weird. It's like go to the dentist and you get Novocaine, and then it's like, where's my face? The space also was like ridiculously numb. It didn't want to open up to me. It didn't want to show me. A space of this kind, energetically, there would be energetic screams, there would be terror, there would be all types of chaos energy there that I could transition into, love energy and move it into the light or whatever I'm called to do. It was like numb. It was like the space was secret. The space didn't want to anybody to know about itself. It's still like the space itself is still, it just wants to be kept a secret. Because it seems at that time, they didn't want to be let out to the world, how terrifying and horrific that space was. It just wanted to be looked at as like a hotel where people can go and stay and we feed them, and that's where we're housing them. But really, it was jacked up. So the space itself is really littered with a frequency that says, shh, I'm numb, I don't want you to see, I don't want you to show, I don't want to show you anything. So the entire 40 minutes was really like trying to break the numbness, trying to get beneath the skin of the space, trying to alter the frequency patterns. There was one part of the journey where I was pulled into a deep space of Mother Earth to help release soul fragment pieces that were still stuck there inside the planet. It's fascinating because, we think of hell as a burning place inside of Earth. It kind of is. What is hell really? It's a reflection, an echoing reflection of our traumatized mental, emotional, and physical states, spiritual states. Even the soul endures the trauma. The soul endures the trauma. That's why part of the soul stays until it's fully able to heal from the trauma, and that could take lifetimes for the soul to heal from the trauma. So that's why when you have spiritual healers like Joe and I, we can actually go into spaces to heal the soul trauma so the soul can fully release into the light. And whoever is attached to that soul, whatever human incarnate human is attached to that soul, can actually ascend themselves without even realizing it. They become more full, capable of experiencing love. So the more we can dig into these trauma places across the planet, the more soul fragments we can release into the light, the more of these reincarnated souls as human beings can actually ascend as well. They're not still processing the terror that they endured from these horrific lifetimes. They're able to heal from it and now move on. Whether they know it happened or not, it doesn't matter, because the blessing is in the love, right? There's angels all over the planet doing amazing things, and you wouldn't even know. It's not broadcasted on the news. You just have to feel that in your heart. There are incredible, incredible souls doing incredible things, even helping your soul to heal in ways you wouldn't have even known that it was happening. It really is happening. So I help soul fragments into the light. It's sort of like a digestive space inside the earth where Mother Earth is trying to heal those soul fragments. Well, how do they truly heal? The souls themselves and the reincarnated states are healing themselves, healing those soul fragment pieces until they're fully able to move on from that, and the human race move on from that, and the world truly ascend into a state of love. Those souls could remain there for a very long time. Thousands and thousands and thousands of years. That's why Joe and I are doing this energy work. We have other friends also helping to do this energy work too. So it was sort of like very shocking how difficult it was for me to transform the space into revealing itself to me. I did manage to get it to open up a little bit. As I talk through, it's 40 minutes long, the video. As I talk through it, there are gruesome scenes, but they have no real energy related to them. There's no real emotion related to it. It's just, what does it look like? But that's not real enough for me. That's not emotional enough for me. That's not it sharing itself with me. So the space itself has a consciousness. Your house has a consciousness. Your shoes have consciousness, because they're part of the energy, the part of the totality. Just because they don't have a brain doesn't mean they aren't a reflection of energy. Energy manifests all things. Energy manifests abundance. Love manifests abundance. Gratitude manifests abundance. But hatred and spite does not manifest abundant love. It manifests abundant hate and spite. You see? So energy works. Energy works. So I'm making a mini video just to talk about that. I will mention that when the space opened up, just for a brief moment, I actually was starting to get somewhere. And the ground sort of started to release a lot of pooled up blood. And then the blood turned into this massive wave, and there was so much anger, a lot of hatred towards Nazi soldiers, and a lot of hatred toward Adolf Hitler. The blood wave actually wanted Adolf Hitler to come into the concentration camp so it could show Adolf Hitler. So Adolf Hitler could actually have a reflective experience of the terror and the nightmare that he wanted others to endure, that he would endure that as well. So I was actually asked to bring his soul into the space so that there could be an exploration of this. It never fully manifested. It's like the cupboard door shut again, and everything went back to a numb space. So in the end, I had to question, maybe there's a part of my own soul that is here that Abbey, my consciousness is not ready to see that yet, not ready to know about that yet. Sometimes it's divine timing. I'm not ready yet, so to speak. There's potential that Joseph, I'm sort of prepping the space somehow beneath my nose. I'm doing more than I realize. And I'm prepping the space for when Joseph goes in and does his part. There may be reflections of both of our souls in here. There may be reflections of your soul in there. I have not seen any reflections of my soul in a concentration camp. However, I do relate to my soul having endured horrific, torturous past lifetimes. And some of the shocking developments I've had on my spiritual journey is learning how to be in love and acceptance of those experiences, and to be in love and acceptance of the torture, the ones doing the torture. When you discover that one of your soulmates was a psychopath that had attached you to a table and was slowly cutting you apart for several weeks, and you were screaming, and the more you screamed, the more he enjoyed it, you start to see a different side of reincarnation. You start to see a different side of the infinite universe. Some of our soulmates are some of the most terrible, horrific reflections of hell. But we are growing together. We are learning together. We are developing together. We are expanding together. And we need to be in forgiveness. Forgiveness, acceptance, and unconditional love, gratitude for all things. As human beings, we don't fully understand how important World War II was to the soul journey, to the evolution of mankind, to the souls who were on the dark side of the fence or on the sort of heroic side, which side really was evil or good. As human beings, we would definitely say the Nazis were bad, 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 bad people. But some of those terrible, terrible Nazi people are also souls, extraordinarily ancient souls, even souls that transform in the light. It's very interesting that last year I had discovered the most unsuspecting thing, that Archangel Lucifer was not just a reflection of hell, that extraordinary archangel reflections can be both dark and light, just like human souls can be both dark and light. The soul journey can be extraordinarily dark and extraordinarily light. It depends on what your soul chooses to be in action with. If it wants to actively harm other souls in the incarnate state, or if it wants to choose to actively be in self-punishment of itself. Souls cutting their own arms when they're in a state of depression. They're not hurting anybody else but themselves, right? But that too is torture. They're torturing themselves. They're actually torturing themselves. So are they evil for torturing themselves instead of torturing somebody else? It's questionable. We have to question everything. In the end, really, what is good and what is bad? In the end, there is only love. So the whole point of all of this is it's time for us to see and to try to do our best to help, to participate in helping and healing the planet and healing each other, and to let go of the hatred. Hatred only manifests more hatred. But when you have hatred and love that is unwavering, hatred slowly becomes smaller and smaller and smaller, and now paper covers rock. Love now is the power. Love now heals all things. Love heals the planet. Love heals soul fragments. Love heals all the reincarnated souls from World War II. Love heals our human race. Love transcends us. Love helps us to ascend and evolve into a higher state of human reflection of love. We have to love all the souls because all the souls here are our soulmates. Can you imagine having 8 billion soulmates? It's way cooler than just having one soulmate. To have 8 billion soulmates is way cooler than just having one soulmate. Now suddenly we have friends everywhere, all over the globe, and we need to be there to help our friends. Help our friends feel the unconditional love. And if they aren't ready for unconditional love, we need to be ready ourselves for unconditional love, and for those souls who are ready for unconditional love. And then we need to start supporting each other, changing the world, healing the world, physically and energetically, spiritually. So that's all I'm going to say for this video. If you are interested in exploring that original journey, I'm unlisting it. I'm not going to share it. It was kind of It was just really long and shocking. I mean, I expected to step into a nightmare. And it was like, close the cupboard door, close the closet. I don't want anybody to see what is actually inside that closet the entire time. There was only a few moments where I felt like I had something to go off of, but for the most part, it was really energetically stale. It wasn't wanting to show me anything. So I'll put a link to that video at the end here. I'll also make sure that once Joseph, he hasn't done his energy work just yet, but in the next few days, I'll come back and put a link to his video in here. Otherwise, you can check out the Ammon Ross YouTube channel, excuse me. So the Ammon Ross YouTube channel, just do the search AMON space ROS, and then you'll find it, and his video will be posted there. And I'll also put a link to that YouTube channel in this video in the corner, so that way you can check back. So I'm just going to share that. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in exploring a psychic service with myself, I would be delighted to connect with you, to do energy work for your soul, to do energy work for your home, to do energy work for your pet, to connect with your spirit guides. I would be delighted to connect with you in any way that would bring you the most joy. So you can visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a wonderful day.